There's that man again.
Did you miss me? I missed you guys too. So, I had to do some content today. We're going to talk about, I believe I have about 6 fragrances up here. Stuff that do well in the high heat. Stay tuned. I'll tell you about it.
Cause you keep running away from love, running away from love. Yes, girl, you are. Ooh, running away from love.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Teddy Files. I'm your resident sommelier, Mr. Diaz Teddy. And yes, what you saw right before I brought my face up to the camera is a new song that I've released on Spotify. It's also on YouTube Music, wherever you find your music, whatever distribution platforms, it's over there. It's called Running Away from Love by Mr. Diaz Teddy. Yeah, I've been jumping back into my music bag, everybody. So why don't you guys go check that out? I will leave a link in the description box so you check it out for yourself and see what you think. But we are here to talk about these fragrances. These are the fragrances, in my opinion, that do very well in the high heat. And the first one that I want to bring up is one that no one absolutely talks about. No one. I have heard not one person talk about this fragrance. No one that I know anyway. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is Solariso Marettimo by Azzaro. Now this fragrance here, blind buy, of course. And the fragrance itself, believe it or not, in my opinion, it great atomizer. It reminds me somewhat of Chrome Azzaro Azure, a little bit, not all the way. It has a whole lot of different elements as well. That one's a little bit more sour. This one has a bit more sweetness to it, but it's not so sweet to where it'll be crazy in the high heat. This actually works very, very well in the high heat. It is really cheaply priced fragrance. I don't want to say it's a cheap fragrance because the longevity, in my opinion, is pretty good. It's about 6 hours longevity on it. I paid about $22 on it. The sillage is pretty good. This is a really good smelling fragrance, and it's one of those fragrances that when you smell it, some of the accords that you get that citrus aromatic, marine, woody, salty, aquatic type of accord from it. And some of your notes are lemon, citron, seawater, Haitian vetiver, cedar, and labdanum. And as far as I'm concerned, this fragrance right here has a very it's a very sophisticated type of fragrance for the for the high heat. It's not a playful fragrance. It's somewhat marine like, but it's a little bit more on that buttoned up side. Oddly enough, for a $22 fragrance, this is a very good one. And it is one that, in my opinion, would be a good idea for you to get in your fragrance collection. Like I said, right now it's $22. There's not a lot of people talking about it, or nobody at all. I'm not sure. I might be the only person right here. But I'm going to throw in a little bit of hype. And that would be Azzaro Solarissimo Marettimo. So the next fragrance that I want to talk about works pretty good in the high heat. And it's only a handful of people talking about it. And this fragrance should be getting a lot more burn than what it's getting. And that would be Narciso Rodriguez Vetiver Musk. Absolutely excellent fragrance. Great for the summer. In my opinion, did pretty well in the high heat. Don't have to have a whole lot of sprays of it. It does really well. It's something that it smells classy. It has a little bit of a powdery nature to it as well, but it's not that insane, crazy, powdery, feminine type of smell. This is a very, very masculine type fragrance. It is great for the summertime, really good for springtime as well. I get about a 6 hour longevity on it, and the sillage is absolutely amazing on it. It's one of those fragrances that, in all honesty, it's one that I couldn't wait to get on my skin. And once I wore it, the scent bubble that I had was absolutely fantastic. You know, some of the main accords are aromatic, woody, fresh, spicy, musky, warm, spicy, powdery, earthy, and lavender. Yeah, all of that stuff, because you got your top notes of cypress, cardamom, nutmeg. You got middle notes of musk, bourbon, geranium, lavender, red algae, frankincense, and you got your base notes of vetiver, cedar. And those are the main notes. Whatever that last note is, I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try to. But whatever that is, I'm pretty sure it's adding to making this thing smell really good. It's something that you should probably definitely have in your collection. And once again, I'll have all of these linked down in my bio, so you can go ahead and check it out. Purchase for yourselves. I don't get any kind of commission. But once again, if I actually got commission off of it, it shouldn't be that big of an issue, everybody. But you should go check out Narciso Rodriguez, Veteran Musk. So the next fragrance that I got coming up, his brother gets a hell of a lot more attention than he does. But in my opinion, this is definitely one that should be talked about, and that would be Salvatore Ferragamo's Acqua Essenziale. So you know what I'm talking about, the Acqua Essenziale Blue. Excellent fragrance. I have it up there. I actually have all three. I have this one, Colonia, and I also have Blue. But when I'm going for the high heat, Colonia is one that I will definitely reach for, but when I want something that may be a little bit more robust on my skin, this is what I reach for. This is a very oceanic, aquatic fragrance, very fresh, very clean, very masculine fragrance. One that gives you a good 5 to 6 hours of longevity. Of course, a lot of these may not last very long because of the fact that they are summer fragrances. And many summer fragrances do not last very long because of the kind of heat that's going to be hitting them. But when I tell you this one in the high heat projects extremely well, it is an absolutely amazing fragrance, and it is one that is slept on. And a lot of you guys, in all honesty, you need to wake up because this is a really good one. Some of your fragrance notes, especially the accords on this one, is aromatic, fresh, marine green, woody, lavender fragrance. And some of your top notes are mint, lemon leaf. Your middle notes are C notes, lavender, rosemary, and geranium. Your base notes are vetiver, musk, labdanum, and patchouli. And this fragrance right here, for me, a lot of the freshness of that mint comes out, but mostly the C notes and the lavender is what engulf the air around you. This is an amazing fragrance, and it should be talked about a lot more. If you want something nice, oceanic, and very clean, this is one that you cannot go wrong with, and that would be Acqua Essenziale by Salvatore Ferragamo. So the next one is extremely amazing in the high heat, and I'm pretty sure many of you actually have this one, and that will be Dunhill Icon. So this right here, clean, fresh, fizzy, somewhat herbal. This is an amazing fragrance, man. Like, this is one for me on my skin over 8 hours. Every time I've worn it, I've gotten over 8 hours. I've never had a problem with longevity with this one. Dunhill did his thing with this one. This is an amazing one. All of the Icon line is actually really good. Even his signature line, the main line that he has, the newest one, the one that costs a little bit more, those are some really good fragrances as well. So Dunhill's been getting slept on a little bit. So you guys, hey, you may want to go out and grab a few of them, and they're not expensive fragrances. This was not a very expensive one. I think I paid maybe $50, $40 for this thing. This is really good. It's a 100 ml. And some of your fragrance notes on this one, especially your main accords, it's a very aromatic, fresh, spicy, citrus, woody, warm and spicy, earthy, white floral, green lavender, and floral fragrance. And your top notes are neroli, bergamot, black pepper, petitgrain. You come back around to black pepper again in the middle with lavender, cardamom, juniper berries, and sage. And you hit your base notes of vetiver, oak moss, iris, leather, and agar wood. So you get a little bit of that leather as you come down to the base, a lot of the woodsiness of the agar wood and the vetiver, but the black pepper gives it a little bit of that spice, and I believe it's the juniper that gives it that fizziness that almost, like a lot of people say, has that grape soda smell. I don't smell grape soda, but I do smell a little bit of fizziness. This is a really good fragrance, perfect in a high heat. It has a cooling effect, in my opinion, to it. Amazing fragrance, and it's one that if you don't already have it, you might want to get your hands on. Dunhill Icon. So the next fragrance that I got coming up is one that I'm so happy that I have in my collection, and that would be Bvlgari Man Wooden Room. So this one here, it reminds me a bit of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. The spray is insane and crazy, but clean, soapy, masculine, fresh. 6 hours of longevity. This is an amazing fragrance. This is one of the best in that Bvlgari Man line. It is perfect for high heat, perfect for summertime. As you can see, my juice level is dropping a little bit on that one because I do like it and I do wear it. Some of your fragrance notes on this one, you have, of course, the main accords would be aromatic, fresh, spicy, citrus, woody, warm, spicy, earthy, white floral, green, lavender, and floral. And some of your top notes are Neroli, of course, bergamot, orange blossom, Virginia cedar, cypriol oil. You also have woody notes, white musk, ambergris, amber, and leather. And for this fragrance, I get mostly the brightness of the Neroli, that beautiful creaminess of that orange blossom, the citrus of the bergamot, and the Virginia cedar, in my opinion, is not as heavy as like, let's say, a Texas cedar or something like that. It's a nice, light, woodsy, amazing cedar, and it works very well with lavender. You don't really catch a lot of the sweetness of the amber at all, but this, and you do catch some of that musk. This is a very good fragrance. This is one, like I said, this is one of the best that they have in the Bvlgari Man line, and I have all of them, and I love every last one of them. I am a big fan of the Bvlgari Man line, and this to me is one of the ones that rises to the top, and that will be Bvlgari Man with Neroli. So the next fragrance that I got coming up is one that is absolutely amazing once you catch it in the air, and that will be Salvatore by Issey Miyake. One of the more amazing oceanic fragrances on the market. Absolutely gorgeous. Has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but is that oceanic ambergris, amazing seaweed, just saltiness. It is, it's an awesome fragrance, man. This is one that actually can, and slightly render me a little bit speechless, because this is an amazing one. Like, honestly, when I got this in, when I first sprayed it, I was not a fan of it initially, because I had to give it a moment to develop and catch the air and all of that type of stuff. Kind of like that's happened with a few of these fragrances in the collection, and now a lot of the ones initially that I had a problem with, I absolutely love them now. This is no different. I'm a big fan of this fragrance. This is definitely one that I'm going to try to do the best that I can to get it in my weekly rotation. As far as the fragrance note go on this one, of course, your main accords are marine, woody, salty, aromatic, earthy, aquatic, mossy, fresh, spicy, and fresh. Definitely aquatic, definitely marine. You got sea salt at the top with ginger. Your middle notes are seaweed and vetiver. And your base notes are cedarwood and oak moss. It becomes very woody at the base with that vetiver and cedar, but mostly what you get is that beautiful brightness and spiciness from that ginger and the seaweed, sea salt accords. This is an amazing fragrance. I know I've already said that, but I can't emphasize it enough. You get a good 6 hours out of it, 6 to 7 hours for me with this one. The sillage is off the charts. So if you guys haven't already gotten your hands on it, you might want to get your hands on Salvatore by Issey Miyake. Well, everyone, that is my time. Yes, I'm back at it again, back out here talking about these fragrances. I've been out here baking for a lot of these car shows, motorcycle shows, things of that nature. And, oh, by the way, in the meantime, making music, putting out there on Spotify and all different streaming platforms. So I haven't been just sitting around. I have been busy. I've been getting busy out here doing whatever I can to use all of the gifts that that God has given me. And hey, I don't want to leave anything undone. So that's what I'm out here doing. And now back talking about these fragrances, these amazing summertime fragrances, and I'm glad I'm back talking and sharing these things with you guys. So if you guys agree with this list, go ahead and tell me in the comment section. Tell me what you think is a better high heat, or could be a possibly go on the same list with these high heat fragrances. And please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the content, because it helps the channel to grow. And please make sure you hit that bell icon so that you can get notified every time I upload a video, because my name is Mr. D'Aris Teddy, your fragrance sommelier, and over here we don't do stink, so please don't be a stink ass. Have a good one.